Hello everyone, welcome back to more chess. Playing 1510 against Ramasan MP, this time as white. Playing a standard, like, King's Pawn kind of thing. I don't know. It's only standard for as long as I know what standard is. Yes, normal move, very good. Sorry, I got a pop-up from Windows there. I think we decided this is alright. If takes is fine? I don't remember. I haven't done this recently, but I believe it's okay. It gets a good center. I don't know. Maybe it's bad because it puts the queen out a little early. You don't have to actually take it, I feel like. I don't know. I think you do. It's a little hard for them to immediately attack the queen. I don't know. I don't remember if this is good. Definitely get out a knight. This coming up soon to defend the queen if you try to attack it with a queen. Actually, if you attack with the queen, I'll just trade. That'd be lovely. Oh, I mean, I can just defend the pawn some more, right? I guess this capture will come with check at some point. So if this, I can't escape that way. But I could do this. This is getting to feel a little uncomfortable. Right, this doesn't work because they... Alright, it works fine, right? They're not yet threatening to take the pawn. Takes would be a blunder. So let's just develop a piece. Actually, let's develop this piece. No. This one, because it shields my king from this discovery. I feel like I have a pretty big development advantage. But the counter, the compensation for that is that my queen is more vulnerable and my pawn is a target. I pre-moved this, but obviously it's never going to happen. I just thought, like, might as well, right? Yeah, so they're just pushing that one step. We have a check. We have a knight move? Does this do anything? They can't just take because I get the queen. And if they take here, I think that's okay too? I think this bishop check is just horrible. It just gives them this, which they're happy to play. We could castle this way. Get a rook involved on the file I already partially control. That seems kind of fun. Are they threatening this? Is that the idea? What if here? Trades, takes. Things are pretty even at that point. That looks like fun. I don't know. So see here, you have to move the queen, I think. Unless you want to go in for this, which is horrible, isn't it? Or, oh right, this was the other alternative. So I feel like this is actually the best move, because otherwise I get this, which lets off some of the pressure on this pawn. I guess there might be some queen move that doesn't leave this file, like specifically here. But then I'm okay with takes. This pawn is still feeling fine. So I think, yeah, we take this way, right? And now this pawn's a little bit hard to attack. My bishop is pinned. But, like, I don't know, queen takes is kind of cool. It just gets chased away. Don't do that. Do it this way. Preparing this castle to support the pawn. Yeah, I forgot they could take the knight. When I was evaluating their options, that was the one I sort of forgot about. This pawn is pinned. Good to know. And if here, I'm happy to do this. Get this file a little bit more to myself. Isolate this pawn. Well, it's not isolated, they would retake. I think castle's queenside is my next move. Unless my opponent makes me do something else, which is like kind of a truism, a tautology, right? Like if you could pick any move on the board and say, well, this is the best move unless something happens to make a different move better. And like anything your opponent does could be cast as making that better. I don't know. I think that's a solipsistic kind of thing. Is this really? I think I'm thrilled to trade queens. I don't know. We each now have a good pawn in the center, but I can support mine more easily, I think, and maybe target yours somehow. Like, it's a bit long, but I guess they can defend it pretty. They can defend theirs super easily, actually. But mine's more advanced. I don't know. Well, now that the queen's not on the board, maybe I still want this. This is a really nice file to have, though. It's where their pawn is. Whereas, like, what if I did this? Maybe not now, but soon. Check. Takes would be fine with me. Yeah. Is this great? Check. First, if the king moves, that's great. Because they can't castle. If pawn takes, check, win rook, that's insane. So I think it kind of forces this. And then I get this, and they still can't castle. Yeah, I love this check. I could probably pre-move this. No, pre-move this. Obviously, I have plenty of time. I should not make such an insane gamble, but I'm quite certain they're going to go here. And now I have my choice about which way to castle. Okay, told you. Does it matter that we have dark square bishops? I guess I might prefer to be over here. Maybe? And also it defends this pawn, which is immediately valuable. Okay. I don't want to do that, because then when it's here, it's hard to target. So what if I just, like, mosey on over here to attack it and prep this? Or not prep it, but, like, play it. I think the problem is the instant I go here, they have this. And I don't want to trade this pawn off for just some crummy little pawn. So I'd rather do this first. And I think I can afford it. It's like immediately destroying my castle structure, but the queen is gone already. It's like fine. I suppose I could also, after moving here, just like bring the rook over and threaten the pawn that way, but no, I have to actually push to here to do it. Right, because the bishop's guarding. What am I thinking? So I have to actually take it down with pawns, which means this. Yeah. I don't know. Now that I castled queenside, I'm suddenly pushing a bunch of queenside pawns? That seems like a bad idea. Let's try to go after this. Yeah, so here, they could push to dodge, but then I can target this pawn more easily. Like that. So I think they'll be taking instead. And I'll retake with... Ooh. Yeah, so that stops this, of course, because then the capture threatens my bishop. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like I was ahead for a bit, but it doesn't seem to be staying that way. It seems like the position is fine for both of us. I have more advanced pawns. My king is arguably safer. My rooks are better. My bishop looks better, but all of these are fairly minor things. Oh, that's cute. Now you can just be immobile. You can just not budge. Wait a minute, what about this? Forces the bishop away, doesn't it? And suppose I went again. Here, say here. Here, check. Takes with check, takes. This doesn't accomplish anything, it just loses a pawn. Okay, so let's try to make progress on this side. Look at this! I've got a beautiful home for my king over here. But I was drawn by the siren song of this rook immediately having access here, and maybe that was good. But this was a good file to have too. So I don't know. I could have just castled this way and then brought the rook over, and I would just be in such a cozy spot. So the dream after this would be to establish a pawn duo here, I think. Maybe double, and then this push will work. This? We... Ooh. This maybe was not so great, huh? Oh, I see. This also stops this from threatening the bishop, because they just have takes. Takes... Or, no, takes. The bishop still has to run, because the pawn's defended by the bishop. So maybe that's my next move, here? And then I get this. Opens up my king instead of theirs. But I guess I get over here. But I don't have to do all this in that order. I can move the king to safety first. I don't think they're really threatening to crack anything open in a serious way. I don't know. Not, how would I know, right? I can't tell what that looks like. But I think I'm not ready for this push yet. I want to make some more developing moves, get my king over. Suppose they just went here immediately. Do I capture or do I chase away the bishop? I think I capture him, right? I don't know. If here, I definitely don't take because that drops this pawn. Or anyway, makes it weaker. But here could be interesting. I don't know. I feel like once the bishop backs up, if I actually take here, I weaken this too much. Yeah, I want to be over there too. I'm not just copying him. You guys saw I was talking about that. About some king moves. And now it's easier to move my rooks to support the c file, for example. Here takes might be bad actually. It chases my bishop out. What if here takes? We get the bishops off for sure. And this file to the king is open now, but also to my king. I don't think I want to react to this. I want to wait until they do something. I guess actually if here, this is supported by their bishop, and my bishop would be in some trouble. I think let's go for this now. I would like to do a little more preparing over here, but it's not so easy. And this chases the bishop away from the defense of this area. Now I decide, is it here or here? Take with what? Do I want the bishops off? I feel like my bishop is better right now, but it's under some threat. Maybe let's get it out of here to activate this rook, attacking that? Sure. And this cordons off the king nicely as well, although it does isolate my a-pawn. I guess they don't have to budge now. They could maintain this tension, and if takes. But okay, they're gonna go for that. Fine. Oh, look at this position. We've got like isolated. We've both got these like pawn duos facing off on the 5th rank, but they're not like facing off. They're just like ships in the night, you know? Oh my god, a pawn trio. It's incredible. Here? What does this do? God, it's another rook endgame. I'm gonna get ruined. What if this? It seems bad. If I bring my king up, then I can do stuff like this. Let's, I don't know, like, what are they threatening? This? I feel like I want to double on some file somewhere, and I don't know which one. Oh, what about this? They can shut that down. No, I don't want to do that. What if I try to bring my king in? I don't think that works. Their king is a good enough defender. Unless I got all the way here, and then this forces the king back a little, but he can still just go there. What about this? Takes, just loses a pawn for no reason. These guys are so scary. Okay, shutting that idea down. This doesn't work, really. Yeah. But the thing is, I wasn't trying to double specifically there. This helps doubling anywhere, right? Like here. Takes. Takes. Really weakens my pawns and lets the rook in, so I don't want to do that. What if I just let them push? Then I take here and I'm reasonably content. So I think I'll just double this way. Here. Doesn't work for them. I think I may be getting some control over the e-file. This pawn's in a lot of trouble, and I don't see what they're supposed to do to save him. Okay, they just chose to trade him off. That doesn't seem right to me. Trading more. Oh my god, really? You know, there's a saying, like, 2 rooks tactical, 1 rook technical. I am very bad at the technique, so I would prefer maybe a 2 rook endgame. What about this, though? Pinning this pawn so it can't actually push? Oh, here, it would be here, I guess. Here. We have some threats, right? So I think they actually kind of have to do something like this to not get destroyed. Well, they don't have to do it right away. They can wait until this happens, I think. But then when they do, I can come back over here and pick this guy up, I think. Right, I have the more active rook, and I'm up a pawn. How bad could this be? Surely even I can't mess this one up. I guess the player rated 1348, by the way. How long has this guy been playing? Longer than me. I kid, right? I mean, at our level, I don't think the ratings really make that big a difference, do they? What? King there? Is that good? This defends the pawn and the rook? I don't know what the king is up to. Here, I guess. Then I have this. And then pick up the pawn. I think that's good. Is there something better than just picking this up? Don't think so. Rook here looks like almost the only move. Meanwhile, I want to get behind my pawn with the king and shove it down their throat. Right, the ideal would be here, here. Does that actually work? Here. Suppose they do nothing for a while. Here. Now I can push the rook, but it's got enough defenders that this doesn't actually seem to do all that much. Let's just grab this pawn. They can't really stop me. Now the king's watching over my e-pawn, d-pawn. And I'll make a second passer this way. Oh, actually I threatened this, which is even, like, more important. This, the only legal move is here, so I get the rook for free. Well, we got some tactics after all in that technical endgame, supposedly. All right, a victory. A small win because we found a player fairly far away in rating. I don't like the looks of these dips. This one's got to be a blunder, yeah. It really hated bishop takes c5. I guess it should have been pawn takes? And then there's a mistake in the opening as well, huh? Trading queens. It hates trading queens. Just castle? I guess. Maybe? There's also this with check. But then here... Ah, no? I was thinking that's bad because it drops the defender of this guy. And then I could take the queen. But that doesn't even make any sense, so forget it. I don't know. Like, I guess this developing, it comes with, like, an attack, but they get to do this. And so I have to back off anyway, and it ends up taking me one more move than them, so it's not really developing with tempo. So, like, I don't know, castle seems cool. Well, what if here... Ah, they can't just do this. Because I have this. And of course, as we saw in if here, this is game over. So what if they instead try this? Bishop blocks. Then I get the king to lose castling rights. So I think this same tactic, I used it later in the game, but I didn't have to trade queens first. I could have just done this. It says that's fine, but not as good as running away with the queen. I didn't think I... Oh. This is a move... This move comes with check, huh? That does make it a bit better than it might otherwise be. I see. So I get to take advantage of having... I don't know. Okay, that's interesting. They still can't do this. But why not this? Oh, because now the bishop. Huh. I don't know. That's a subtle one. But I agree that the bishop here is good. I don't totally understand why the queen trade is bad. So it doesn't like bishop takes. Was it really pawn takes? There must have been, like, this dropped a huge amount. There must have been some tactic I wasn't seeing. with making the bishop retreat. I don't see it. So it's saying rook over. And apparently king over there. I guess there is no big tactic. It's just that, like, my bishop is insane and it's pointed here. Huh. Is there a tactic when I do this? Is that the problem? Like, what is wrong with this? It gives them this file, I guess? But, like, I get it too. I don't know. I don't understand this blunder at all. It still seems totally fine to me. No, I mean, I guess, I don't know. Something I said during the game is that, like, my Dark Star Bishop is amazing and theirs kind of sucks, so why am I trading them off? Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's a mystery. So this doubling, I thought was pretty cool. I think it lets me win this pawn, doesn't it? I don't know. I want to play this again. Screw you, stupid red arrow. Takes? I hated this idea. Pawn here? Don't like that at all. Just push? Push? I don't know. I thought that if here, 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 I wanted a rook to support it. But I guess if they go here, I can take, and then after takes, I can come up, I can commit my rook only then? Or even bring my king over to do it? Maybe maybe we flush the king back first. And then bring the king over to be another attacker on this pawn. I see. I don't know why it's suggesting doubling up on the second rank. What's wrong with, like, this? It's fine. We win a pawn. They improve their rook. And then we start... Oh, that's why I wanted to do this first. To stop the rook from getting in. I see. And now they go for this, and they get a slightly better pawn out of the deal. But I can just take it? Okay. So yeah, that definitely would have been an improvement. I committed to doubling. Wait. Yeah. Here. To no real purpose. It says it was a mistake for them to... Oh, I see. They don't have to give me this file. They can enter with check. And then head over there. That's why this was a mistake. This file could turn into a handicap instead of a liability. If they don't recapture. Interesting. I probably won't notice that in my next game either, but at least I've maybe got the idea rattling around in my head a bit. Okay, I think we'll just end the episode here with that one game. Another success. How's my rating, by the way? Just out of curiosity. Are we at 1,500 yet? No. I knew we wouldn't be, but how close? Yeah, right. We only picked up like 3 from this, I think. So anyway, that's all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.